What's going on, yo? I ain't did a redskin video in a long time. I think it's time for me to do one because Redskins are 2-1. What's my take on them being 2-1? If you read the top of this description, then you would know that I'm talking about the Redskin fan base right now. That's exactly what I'm talking about, and this is probably the worst, if one of the worst, if not the worst fan bases in the National Football League. It is. And a lot of it has to do with Daniel Snyder, of course. The decisions that he's made. 3 times. Since Jack Kent Cook left and Joe Gibbs left the first time, this team's only been to the playoffs 3 times since they won the Super Bowl in 1991. So that can start the division of the fan base right there. That's where it started. But then it was a magical year in 2012. I'm going to catch y'all up on this fickle fan base. It was a magical year in 2012. Robert Griffin comes here and he brings life into the fan base like the fan base has never had before. You know what I'm saying? So then he gets hurt. He comes back. He's not the same when he comes back. And then, you had some people in the fan base that felt that Robert Griffin should have been given, more opportunity, but Robert was looking horrible, and as you can see, he's a backup now. So that's out the water. Then you get this Kirk Cousins situation. I'm skipping through the Jim Zorns and when Gibbs came back and the Marty Schottenheimer and the Steve Spurrier experiment. I'm skipping through all of that. These fans really have a reason to be the way they are, but this is what I'm talking about when I say the worst fans. I'm not talking about, because they have a reason to be mad at the organization, but I'm gonna get to this in a second. Kirk Cousins comes. Jay just pulls all the stops and say Kirk Cousins is a starter. Kirk has a pretty successful year that year. We make it to the playoffs. We get beat the first round by, I think, Green Bay or something like that. Then the next 2 years, we don't go to the playoffs. Then you got another half of the fan base, boom, mad again because we got rid of Kirk Cousins. And I'm starting to believe the Redskins are a player. Since the Kent Cook era and Charlie and all those good guys left and Bobby Bletcher that was running this thing, the fan base is just going left, right, up, down. So they don't really know how to even be fans. So with that being said, they're player fans with the Washington Redskins. Ooh, RG3, he's gone. Kirk Cousins is going to the Vikings. I'm going to the Vikings. This is the idiotic. I know Pittsburgh Steelers fans and all the other fans listening. It's like, what? Yeah, Redskins get rid of a player. The fans are upset. They get rid of a player. The fans get upset, and some go with the team. When Robert Griffin went to Cleveland, I seen a few Redskins fans talking about their Cleveland Brown fans. I seen a diehard Redskin fan, I want to say his name, bad as hell, literally talking about Skull now. Player fans. The Redskin fan base is crazy. Yesterday, I'm in a Redskin site. I'm doing yard work out here. I'm in a Redskin site yesterday. The Redskins won. They beat the Green Bay Packers. They 2-1. They won. And you got idiots in their fan base talking about where's the pass rush? We need to trade Preston Smith. We need to get rid of Ryan Kerrigan. Where's Josh Dotson at? These are things that you don't see in a winning organization as far as fans go. And like I said, that trickles down from the poor office work that's up top with Daniel Snyder. So, boom, that's just fallout from that. But instead of being happy with your win, we won. First thing they want to do is just point. This is what this fan base does. And I think once the fan base gets together, the Redskins are the worst fan base in the National Football League. I'm going to say it. I don't even think the Cleveland Browns have had nothing to cheer about. And you won't hear this. I'm out.